All right, I'm gonna redo this one. I shared it last night, but I feel like I can do it better, and so I want to redo it with a couple more sources, which I think drive the point home. This is also going to be a censored version for those who are squeamish to cursing. So, starting off with the first chief Ashkenazi rabbi of the modern state of Israel, Rav Kook. Um, so I'm not citing these people because they themselves are some type of authority or source that is like authoritative. It's just the ideas, like I've stated before in other recordings. And so I'm just referencing where I'm getting the idea from. Not that Rav Kook is some authority, not that the other rabbis that I'm quoting are some type of authority. It's just the ideas that we're dealing with. So Rav Kook is the one who maintains, one among others, maintains that in the Messianic age, there will be animal sacrifices. However, he also quotes Kabbalistic sources, which you can see in the description, that describe some other far distant future when the whole nature of the world will change and animals will be on a human level. I don't understand why he held this position, considering Targum Onqelos translate the phrase nefesh ḥaya, meaning living soul. This was a phrase when speaking about humanity in Bereshit chapter 2. Now, commentators come to tell us that this meant humans would have the capacity for intellect of a different nature than animals. But if one would have simply read chapter 1, verse 30 of Bereshit, it tells us that all animals have nefesh ḥaya, as it states. And to all the animals on the land, all the birds of the sky, to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is nefesh ḥaya, the breath of life. So going back to Rav Kook and his idea of a future time, then, of course, no sacrifices will be brought from these intelligent animals. It would seem that according to Rav Kook's understanding, it is about this far distant future that Malakhi chapter 3 verse 4 prophesied, which states the following: Then, that is, in this future time, the offerings of Judah and Jerusalem shall be pleasing to Adonai as in the days of yore and in the years of old. Rav Kook's vision of an ideal world with only vegetarian offerings will come much later in the Messianic period, which follows Techiyat HaMetim, which is like the resurrection of the dead. So pivoting to another source, which is the ideas that are brought by Rabbi Isaac Sassoon. So he stated, and Rabbi Isaac Sassoon is a rabbi who is still living in North America. He has stated on numerous occasions and has written about this in his siddur, Alats Libbi, in accordance with it, that Qorbanot should no longer be desired, and prayers, and you could even say acts of kindness, are sufficient as an acceptable act of Qorban, that is to say, drawing near to the divine. He references the prophets, but one could go even earlier to the words of David in the Tehillim. So if you go to chapter 69, he states, I will extol the name of Elohim with song and exalt him with praise. This will please Adonai more than oxen, more than bulls with horns and hooves. So this is from Tehillim. This is prior to the first temple being built. Now, I would even suggest that it's possible that the authors of the Torah needed some type of understanding. If you look at the prophet Yirmiyahu, chapter 7, starting at verse 22, it states the following: For I, this is the Creator, spoke not unto your fathers, nor commanded them on the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. So clearly somebody's confused. The Creator or the Torah, or maybe there's a way to harmonize the two. And for anybody who's interested, you can read more in depth on this discussion, this specific discussion, in the article titled Maimonides on Sacrifices by Rabbi Moshe Shammah from the Sephardic Institute, where he references not only the pasuk that I just quoted from Yirmiyahu, but also the reference that Rabbi Isaac Sassoon also quotes in his discussion about Qorbanot no longer being necessary, when he quotes the Guide for the Perplexed in part 3. So anyway, my own conclusion, that I hope for the establishment of a place or places where we as humanity connect to the divine source together, and that whatever mode of worship will be for all of humanity, that it will be guided by the pasuk in Hoshea chapter 6 verse 6, Ki haser hafasti velo zavach, I desire kindness, not sacrifice. Amen. Ken yehi ratzon.